The New York Comic Con is going on this year, but Funko will not be there. But they are still going to have a Funko Virtual Con NYCC 2021 taking place October 7th. That's right, October 7th. Today is the 4th. And usually Funko gives us these reveals at least 2 weeks before the actual release day. My theory is that this time they waited so long because they wanted to make sure they were going to have all the pops available. Last Virtual Con, there were a lot of pops missing the actual day of release. They had to have another event. It was a bit of a shit show all around. And speaking of that, they're also not having a lottery. Now, if you don't know, Funko is so popular that they sell out of almost everything, and they have a little lottery for people to be able to buy on a special day. And everything left over is then released to the public. But this time, there's just going to be a public release. And I'm fine with that because I've never won the lottery, and I've usually gotten everything I want anyway. So I'm used to getting in there in the trenches and battling out with everybody, and actually prefer it that way. Now I imagine though, it's going to be a little different because they're guaranteeing that there will be no bots. Which I mean, after World War I, Europe, was like, look, we took care of Germany. This probably won't happen again. Don't worry about it. But hey, I guess Funko figured out some system where there's no bots. We'll see. So major takeaway, October 7th, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is when the online event will go down. So be prepared. The first reveals were for Marvel. And the Venom pop, yeah, it's better than the common Venom, but to me, it still looks hideous. It looks like Venom with, turds. I just don't like the design. I don't like the color. I also didn't watch the Venom movies, because they just look awful to me, and so does this pop. They're also making Polaris of the X-Men, and this is one of her more modern designs, I'm guessing, because I'm used to seeing her with the blue and yellow uniform when she was with X-Factor, but this looks really cool too. And she glows in the dark, which is really nice. So I'm probably going to pick her up for my X-Men collection. And they're also making a Rocket soda. The chase is the same, he's just flocked. And that's a 10,000 piece. And I'm noticing that the New York Comic Con pops and sodas, unlike the STCC ones, actually have stickers that say New York Comic Con, where the San Diego Comic Con ones didn't. For Star Wars, there's just one pop, and that's this modern version of Boba Fett without any of his armor. And I'm kind of glad I waited on getting a Boba Fett because I already have several with the classic armor. So I really like this one for a con exclusive. It's very different than the other ones. It's how we first see him in The Mandalorian. And I'm going to pick this one up to go with the new Mandalorian pops that they've been releasing. It looks pretty well done. The one that I'm the most excited about, the must-have for me so far, is Savant from the Suicide Squad. Great pop for a con. Would have been cool if they bring back the chases for the cons and had him in the prison uniform, but this is cool too. Definitely going to pick this one up. They're also making a DC soda, and that is Poison Ivy. And it looks to be Poison Ivy from the animated show. A bit of a more simple and classic look to her, and I really like it. The chase is glitter, which I think works if they wouldn't have glittered her hair. I feel like they should have just glittered her outfit and not the hair. This one is 12,000 pieces, but it's probably still going to be very hard to get, because it's a great companion piece for the Harley Quinn soda that just came out. They're also making a Cavity Sam soda from Operation, and to me it's kind of ugly. It looks like the cavities are actually decals, instead of them being sculpted in, and the chase for it glows in the dark. I'm not sure if the overall figure is going to be darker here, or if in the glam they just made the figure look dark, so you can tell which parts glow. So the chase might look exactly the same as the common, it just glows in the dark. And he is only 5,000 pieces. Now, some of the more interesting designs so far are for Masters of the Universe, and it looks like there's a Snake Face pop, a Roboto soda, and a Snake Face soda, and also a Zodak pop. Now, the Zodak pop here looks really good. It looks awesome. Definitely going to try to get it, and he is Toy Tokyo, but these other ones, even though Masters of the Universe has been going to Toy Tokyo at most cons, not all of these seem like they're going to go to Toy Tokyo. Roboto has a Toy Tokyo sticker on it, but Snakeface doesn't. So I'm guessing Snakeface is probably going to be FYE. They tend to get a lot of the Masters of the Universe pops as well. Maybe even Barnes & Noble. They haven't really revealed where everything's shared yet, but they look really good. I'm not a soda collector myself, but I'm going to try to get both pops. And from Dungeons & Dragons, a pretty incredible looking pop. Not sure how to say that. Tiamat, whatever it is, it's a 5-headed dragon, which is pretty awesome. And at first, I thought it was a little jarring how the colors of the heads just kind of end where they're connected to the body. It just makes it look like they're just glued on heads to this red dragon. But after looking at some of the art online, that's just how it's designed. So it's very accurate. Really love the sculpt. I like how all the eyes are different colors. The Dungeons and Dragons line as a whole is super solid. They all look really good. This is a supersized pop, which I believe is the 6-inch ones. And it also comes with a 20-sided die, which is really nice. They're also making a bingo soda from the Banana Splits, limited to only 3,000 pieces. That's going to sell out very fast probably. And the chase is flocked. They're also making Lafayette from Hamilton. I've never seen Hamilton. I know it's a cultural phenomenon, but I just have no interest in it, really. So I couldn't tell you if this guy looks accurate or if he's perfect for a con or what, but Lafayette from Hamilton. And they're making another pigeon. This one's super limited to 1,500 pieces. And that's fine. I can't imagine too many people wanting this. Honestly, one of the things I like the least about New York are all the pigeons and rats. But, here you go, a superhero pigeon. And even though they're not for me, these Loungefly backpacks look super good. They're releasing a President Loki one. Look at the detail on that, the different textures, the button, the tie clip, the horns on top. This is an amazing looking bag. And so is this Knights of Ren one. Although it would be way cooler if the Knights of Ren were cool. They were kind of like nothing. One of the bigger disappointments in a pretty big disappointing movie. But the bag looks cool, and the Knights of Ren actually look like they're 3D on there, like etched off of the pleather. And they're also making a Darth Maul mini backpack, where it's just his face, but the horns are separate pieces. Looks very nice as well, but I think it's that Loki pack that's going to be the popular one. Alright guys, there should be more reveals tomorrow, and also a list of where these are all shared, where you can get them, outside of Funko's Virtual Con. It's just that nobody knows yet. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite reveals of today were, what you think is going to be the hardest to get, or anything else you'd like to say. Thanks for watching and take it easy.